All right, I want to bring back CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer live for us in Tel Aviv. Elizabeth, what do we know about the situation with this downed fighter jet?
We're getting a little more detail now. This fighter plane was not only downed, it was actually shot down by Iranian fire. It's believed to have happened over the province of Khuzestan, which is on the Persian Gulf. Shortly after it was shot down, the U.S. military mounted what it calls a combat rescue mission. We did see social media video posted in Iran of American aircraft, including 2 helicopters, flying over Iranian territory. We're told that they successfully rescued the pilot of the fighter plane who had ejected, and there is now a search going on for the second airman, a weapons systems officer. But the problems didn't stop there. Another plane, known as a Warthog, was part of the larger search and rescue mission, and it was hit by enemy fire and crashed, but its pilot ejected over the Persian Gulf. He was rescued, and finally the helicopter, believe it or not, carrying the rescued fighter jet pilot was itself hit by small arms fire, which wounded some of the crew on board, although it was able to land safely, and all those injured are now getting medical care.
Just a volatile situation there. Elizabeth, what can you tell us about the search and rescue operation underway on the ground in Iran for this other crew member?
Well, not a lot. As you can imagine, officials are being very tight-lipped about what's going on. As you can see, it's night here now, so there won't be any visual sightings on the ground. The Israelis have said that they're helping with intelligence, and they've stopped all bombing missions in the area while the search goes on. But there's a lot of urgency because the Iranians are touting this as a big win, and they're also urging people to go out and look for the missing airmen. And the reward that's being offered is now sitting at $100,000, which is big money in Iran.
A reward for finding this missing crew member by the people of Iran, then? Elizabeth Palmer.
Yes,
so
by
much.
the people in that area.
Thank you. All right, I want to bring in CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi now. Olivia, what is the president saying about the war in Iran today?
Well, it's good to see you, Liz. The president has not commented on this specifically. We did hear from Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, who said that the president has been briefed on that F-15 jet and the missing airmen currently in Iran. He has been briefed on that, but we have not heard about the president on that. Instead, we have heard from the president about on the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier this morning on Truth Social, he wrote, "With a little more time, we can easily open the Hormuz Strait, take the oil, and make a fortune. It would be a gusher for the world, ? President wrote that. He also said moments ago on Truth Social, "Keep the oil, anyone?" with another question mark. I find that notable because the president has been saying and level setting with Americans now for about the last week, and then specifically when he gave that primetime address on Wednesday night, that this operation would only take 2 to 3 more weeks, that the U.S. is meeting its strategic objective goals there, destroying the Iranian military and making sure that Iran does not get a nuclear weapon. But it appears now the president is saying there is potential and interest in perhaps looking at the Strait of Hormuz and reopening it and taking the oil. He has now said that twice today. So certainly very notable there. Certainly we have asked the White House whether that's now a new objective of this military operation in Iran is to take the oil. And we'll have to just keep an eye on that to see whether or not any of the objectives change that the president has laid out for the rationale for this war, especially as Americans at home are facing high gas prices up to and over $4 nationwide now.
Olivia, I want to pivot now to the budget. The president calling for a serious boost to military spending. What do we know about that?
Yeah, the president unveiled his budget today. It's $1.5 trillion for defense. That is more $455 billion more than it was last year in this proposal. This is also on top of the extra $200 billion that this White House has requested for the ongoing war in Iran. So a lot of money there. The president asking for more money for defense, for the Pentagon, while also cutting some programs here at home, namely some renewable energy projects from the Biden era. Also, any of the funds that they deem to be woke or environmental justice programs that previous administrations had been focused on. This White House is now saying they don't want any part of that and they want to focus instead on defense spending. It's important to note this is really just a wish list, though. Ultimately, Congress controls the purse. It is up to them to decide, but this is the president's recommendation and what he would like to see.
And meantime, Olivia, more turnover in the Trump administration after the president fired Attorney General Pam Bondi. We saw a lot of this in his first term. What are we hearing today?
Yeah, it's interesting that the firing of Attorney General Pam Bondi comes about a month or so after he fired Secretary Kristi Noem from the Department of Homeland Security. So we have seen two big ousters of his cabinet so far. Not unusual for this president. As you mentioned, during his first administration, there was a lot of turnover in that cabinet. But now this president is looking to what's next, who could be next. We know the Attorney General, acting Attorney General right now, is Todd Blanche, who was the Deputy Attorney General and the president's former lawyer, personal lawyer. So notable there, but I'm told he has not made any decisions yet as to who is going to be leading the department next. A couple of names have been thrown out. Lee Zeldin, who is the administrator for the EPA currently, also a friend of the president's. Todd Blanche, who's currently serving. Harmeet Dillon, who's another lawyer close with the president. All of these people are being mentioned, but no decision has been made as of yet.
Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much.